After more than 3 years of waiting, 2 Santa Clarita families will get some closure tomorrow.
This week, the Cougars will return home to face off against Grossmont at 7 p.m. at Cougar Stadium.
But as COC students may have noticed in the Honor Grove earlier this week,
develop people who build better tomorrows.
This is Kelly Price reporting from Vista Valencia for COC News. Tonight on Canyons News, new developments in a hit and run, the latest details on the crash.
College of the Canyons has chosen a new leader, an exclusive interview with the newly appointed president.
After 6 years, a historic landmark is celebrating its grand reopening. Here's more about the site's familiar owners. Good evening.
How will this affect the rest of the job market?
Welcome to Canyons News.
Live from Mentry Hall, with news from around the Santa Clarita Valley. This is Canyons News.
Good evening, I'm Alina Guzman.
And I'm Catherine Montenegro. Here's the latest from the Canyon Newsroom. A person struck in a hit and run last week has been identified. 39-year-old Dion Mumphrey was identified by the LA County Medical Examiner's Office. Deputies were called to Magic Mountain Parkway and Turney Road Friday night. Initial reports say a 911 caller saw a body laying in the roadway. The caller reported a dark-colored Ford F-150 leaving the scene. The SCV Sheriff's Department is asking anyone with information to contact the department.
A Canyon Country neighborhood was the scene of a violent standoff. Dramatic video shows the moment an armed hit-and-run suspect stabs himself in the back of an SUV, ending a more than 3-hour standoff with CHP officers. The incident began in the San Fernando Valley, where officers responded to a hit-and-run before tracking the suspect to Santa Clarita. He was taken to a trauma center, then arrested on suspicion of hit-and-run and DUI.
After a normal search, the Santa Clarita Community College District has named its 7th president here at College of the Canyons. Dr. Jasmine Reyes will take the helm of the 57-year-old institution. Reyes has worked at the college for 24 years, rising through the ranks of student services, and will now lead a campus with nearly 21,000 students and hundreds of staff members. Gigi Monteforte joins us live from the University Center with Santa Clarita's newest VIP. Gigi?
This role, it's such a big accomplishment here for the community and for College of the Canyons.
It is an incredible honor, and I feel the weight of the position. So thank you for having me, and thank you for the congratulations.
Of course. So first question I want to ask you is, how does it feel to be able to achieve this role after dedicating years of service to this community and this college?
It feels pretty big. It's an honor, and I'm humbled that I was selected for it. I have dedicated a lot of my career here at College of the Canyons. I absolutely love this college. I love what we do with it for our students, and I love our staff and faculty here. I feel like I'm amongst family, and so being honored with this role is just icing on the cake. It is fantastic.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What is your vision for this institution, and how do you already add on to the success that we have here?
I love that you said add on to the success, because we're a pretty successful college, and the students make it that way because every day the students inspire us to be able to do our jobs to the best of ability. My vision is to ensure that we are delivering incredible instruction to our students, helping them reach their goals by removing any barriers that could be in the way. I want it to be a seamless process for students. I don't want the process of walking into college being overwhelming. I'm hopeful that every student who walks onto this campus can find somebody to say, hey, I need help, and we're there. And actually, I'd love to be there before you even have to ask. You know, anybody on this campus, you can stop them and just get what you need. Ensure that we give it to you in the way that you want it, you know, whether that be online at Valencia, at Canyon Country, across the community. So I think that's my vision, is ensuring that we have quality instruction for our students to reach their goals.
You said something about removing barriers for students moving forward in their
Definitely.
futures. How do you plan on doing that?
Well, I've been in student services all of my career, really, and that is our bread and butter. That's what we do. When we remove barriers, we try and make it so that way, if something comes up in a student's life, whether it's trying to get financial aid so that you don't have to work as much in order to be able to earn your degree, or trying to fill out the application. Sometimes even that part is a barrier. So having that person step alongside you to be able to guide, I think is what we're trying to do. We build so many support programs across the campus. Our tutoring center, our tutors are fantastic. And by the way, students, it's free, so you don't have to pay for it. But we want to make sure that those kinds of things students know about, whether it's EOPS or Canyons Promise or our tutoring lab. We want to make sure that the students have those to reach their goals. And we want to try and remove every barrier that a student has.
I know students are such a big focus here at College of the Canyons,
yes.
for the faculty and for you specifically. So stepping into a role that will shape thousands of students' futures, how do you carry that responsibility and what does that mean to you?
I carry it with me every day, all day. It's not something you can put down. And the good thing is I love it. I really am passionate about getting a student in education. When I started out, I never wanted to leave college. I loved it. It's so much fun. And so being able to work to get that for other people as well so that they could find that passion of what they want to do, I'm going to carry that with me every day because it's an honor to carry it.
That's awesome. How would you characterize the culture here at COC, and in what ways do you plan on cultivating and evolving that culture for both students and faculty?
That's a great question, because cultures evolve, right? It's very different, and it really does start from the top down. So the culture I would love to instill is carrying some things over from the culture we currently have, our innovation, our student success, our support for our students. But then I would love to get to also a balance. You know, I want to make sure that our employees feel that they have a work-life balance, that they are able to also care for their families at the same time as caring for our students, and then ensuring students have that same balance. Have the fun with college at the same time as you're carrying your studies. I think that those kinds of things are important. So I'm hoping that that fun comes through as well.
I really love that mindset.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for sitting with us today and speaking with us, and I'm really looking forward to your success here at College of the Canyons.
I am too, and I just thank you so much for having me.
Of course. I'm reporting live from the University Center, and I'm Gigi Monteforte. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Gigi. The SAVES Act, a bill which has passed the House but is still in the Senate, requires voters to present ID to prove citizenship, potentially disenfranchising some Americans. Reporter Terry Collier tells us more.
Requiring a photo ID to vote is just common sense. And it's not that hard.
Recently, the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act has been the hot debate on Capitol Hill. This legislation, if passed, would amend federal law, specifically the National Voter Registration Act of 1993, establishing new, more aggressive national standards for federal voting.
The president thinks you should have an ID to vote.
This is President Trump's legislative priority, per his Truth Social post vowing to not sign other bills until this bill has passed.
What most people don't understand about the SAVE Act is that it's not just about presenting an ID in order to vote, a photo ID, but the SAVE Act rather requires or would require Americans to present ID to prove citizenship.
Many women have raised concerns.
Of husband and wife. You have promised to love.
The SAVE Act would be really problematic for married women because it requires proof of citizenship. So for example, if I didn't have a passport, my driver's license says Julie Johnson, but my birth certificate has my maiden name.
The SAVE Act was proposed to improve a process.
We do have a system that for the most part works, but just because a system works doesn't mean it can't be improved. And so proponents of the SAVE Act argue that this is an attempt to go ahead and improve the situation.
According to polls, the 2022 election cycle shows young voters, especially college students, faced unique challenges resulting in low voter turnout like residency status, polling access, and more.
The opponents of the SAVE Act argue that young people are one of the groups that can be most likely affected by the adoption of the SAVE Act. So I think our students should be particularly concerned about it.
Terry Mitchell-Collier reporting for Canyons News.
Under the SAVE Act, student IDs will no longer be recognized as proof of voter eligibility. A Pew Research Center poll found that 83% of U.S. adults are in favor of government-issued IDs to vote, while 16% oppose it. A discussion forum on the SAVE Act will be held on the College of the Canyons campus on Thursday, April 16th at 4 p.m. at Boykin Hall. Students and the community are encouraged to attend to learn more about this proposed bill.
With the tax deadline approaching, a College of the Canyons service could help you next year. Paul Anderson has the details.
According to the IRS, approximately 164 million tax returns will be filed ahead of today's federal deadline. Last year, before its closure, the IRS Taxpayer Assistance Center in the Santa Clarita Valley served over 740,000 residents with in-person tax payments and free tax preparation services. There's another free service right here in Santa Clarita Valley called the Voluntary Income Tax Assistance Program, or VITA for short. In 2019, VITA was established here at College of the Canyons to provide services for the 2018 tax year. Here's Professor Ali Nadapur to tell us more.
So one of my promises when I got hired as a full-time faculty was that to bring VITA program to College of the Canyon. VITA stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, that we help the community, not just students, but everybody in the community to prepare their taxes if they are qualified within certain amount of earnings.
Professor Nadapur and a team of volunteers come from all walks of life.
Oh yes, I'm a student here at TNC. I'm a major in accounting and finance for now.
I'm from a totally different career. I'm a nurse by profession.
And clients like more than just a professional service.
The atmosphere, the people, the smiles, the kindness, the courteous. Things that I used to see in 1950 and 1960.
One last thing, don't forget your income tax returns. They're due tonight at midnight. For Canyons News, I'm Paul Anderson.
The CDC says roughly 8,000 venomous snake bites happen each year, and here in Southern California, rattlesnake encounters are increasing as temperatures climb. 2 hikers in Santa Barbara County needed rescue crews just this month. Video from Montecito Fire shows team airlifting a woman to safety over the weekend. Just a week earlier, a similar incident happened on a different trail. Experts in Santa Clarita say there are simple steps you can take to avoid an emergency.
Wearing long pants is a good idea. Boots that are thick are a good idea. Some people will walk with what we call gaiters, or snake chaps, protective gear. Snakes don't jump up at you. They're going to strike straight out for the most part.
Endangered species law may have flown under the radar, but when a mountain lion encounter happens, then the decision becomes much more complicated. Reporter Deborah Morth tells us more.
In February, the California Department of Fish and Wildlife added 6 distinct mountain lion populations to the protected list under the California Endangered Species Act. But in a close encounter, instinct can take over.
In all honesty, I feel like for me, my dog comes before everything else. I feel like I'll do everything to protect her, even like putting my own self in harm's way, because she's like, she's part of the family. She's my daughter.
It's a decision that goes beyond the trail, even at a local shooting range.
Hiking outdoors up in the mountains, I am spending time on their turf. I wouldn't have a problem carrying a weapon, and I wouldn't have a problem using it in the defense of myself or someone else who might be threatened by wildlife.
Wildlife experts say encounters with mountain lions are rare, and knowing how to respond can make all the difference.
A lot of people ask me about encounters with mountain lions. We're developing more in the Santa Clarita Valley. We are dispersing these animals into the environment, looking for new wild habitat.
If you come across a mountain lion, What you do next matters.
Just know what to do and what not to do. Do not run from a mountain lion. Make yourself appear as big as possible. Make a lot of loud noise. Scare that cat. Make sure he knows that you're the boss there. Keep your dogs in at night. Anything that might be a potential prey source. It's against the law to feed wild animals.
Ranger Frank says in 30 years, he's never seen a mountain lion in the wild, but his cameras have captured them, both with tracking collars and without. This is Deborah Morris reporting for Canyons News.
Batteries power everything, from our phones to our cars. But not all batteries are built the same. As more people switch to lithium batteries, questions about cost, safety, and performance are growing. Reporter Julian Alvarado spoke with a local mechanic to break down the difference between lithium and traditional batteries.
If there's someone who knows and loves about fixing cars, that would be Ciro Cornejo, also known as Junior.
I wanted to become a mechanic because the Fast and the Furious movie.
How long have you been a mechanic for?
I'd say roughly about 20 years now.
His shop is located on the northeast side of Canyon Country. What do you love doing by your job?
I like fixing problems that other people can't fix.
Besides fixing engines, transmissions, and other important parts of a vehicle, Junior says batteries are also an essential repairs on a vehicle, especially when it comes to lithium-ion batteries, which are mostly used in electrical vehicles.
We have a lithium battery here, and then we have a regular car batteries. What are the differences for the lithium and a regular battery?
Everybody's used to these. Everybody knows what to do when something like this goes wrong. Normally it's just a dead battery. Corrosion happens. Now when you get to the lithium here, this is a little bit more complicated here. It's a very smart battery, but they are a lot more dangerous. When they do get overheated from overcharging, a lot of times they just combust and they just catch on fire.
A recent fire incident was reported at the Audi dealership in Santa Clarita, where the Los Angeles County Fire Department hazardous materials team had to respond after receiving reports of an electrical car caught on fire.
There's no real way to put them out because it releases very toxic gas.
If I were to be driving an electrical vehicle, what would I have to do in order to be safe and be cautious?
The first thing you do, obviously in any fire, you want to get out as soon as far away as soon as possible. But with this, you need to get there quick, get in and out as soon as you can, and very far away from it.
In the U.S., there were over 25,000 incidents of fire relating to lithium batteries between 2017 and 2022, according to Gallagher Bassett. Reporting live for Canyons News, I'm Julian Alvarado.
Coming up next on Canyons News, meet a small four-legged therapist serving the Santa Clarita community.
And more on a COC alumni making history with Artemis 2. Stay tuned.
In a world full of noise, truth still matters.
Most importantly, lives are protected.
At Canyons News, we go beyond the headlines.
She called 911 when the school didn't act.
Bringing you stories that reflect the heart of Santa Clarita.
But until the influence of a city like Los Angeles.
And the voices of College of the Canyons. When fires erupt, we're there. When guns are drawn, we're there. Honest, dependable, critical. See your community through the lens of balanced journalism. Canyons News, where your story meets the truth.
College of the Canyons celebrated the opening of its new Health Professions Simulation Center at the Canyon Country campus. The center is designed to give students hands-on experience in environments that reflect real hospital settings. The project is meant to help these students with careers in healthcare. The center hopes to build confidence and better prepare for the demands of fast-paced healthcare careers, while also supporting the growing need for trained professionals in the community.
More than 500 students each year across multiple programs. This center represents a strong investment in both education and workforce opportunity. It supports students as they earn industry-recognized credentials, enter the workforce prepared, and pursue long-term economic mobility.
After 6 years of closure, the Hart Mansion is reopening to the public, now under the control of the city of Santa Clarita. Jessica Makashima is here with the story.
Our residents and all future generations will have access to this important piece of history, the very foundation of Santa Clarita.
After being closed for 6 years, the William S. Hart Museum is reopening following a transfer of ownership from Los Angeles County to the city of Santa Clarita.
We're cutting the ribbon in 3, 2, 1.
This means that moving forward, the city has full control over all of the operations at the historic property.
This is a treasure for the city of Santa Clarita, but it's also a treasure for the county of Los Angeles.
The mansion, once home to silent film actor William S. Hart, had been closed for several years before reopening under city management.
When we were under the auspices of the Natural History Museum, we were an afterthought. And it's really nice to see this place coming to the forefront and being a big deal for the city.
The transfer of ownership gives Santa Clarita full control over the mansion's operations, including maintenance, programming, and public access. City leaders say taking over the property allows them to better preserve and integrate it into the community.
The city of Santa Clarita and the county work well together because we both represent the same people. It's important for us to teach our youth about the history, recognizing that we are moving forward, but it all started somewhere.
This has been a very long journey. This is the most incredible place that we have in the Santa Clarita Valley.
With the transfer of ownership officially complete, the Hart Mansion is now open to the public under the city of Santa Clarita's control. Reporting for Canyons News, I'm Jessica Makashima.
If you would like to tour the Hart Mansion, tours will be available this weekend during the Cowboy Festival.
Some Santa Clarita residents are pushing limits to new heights. Cole Sand joins us live with the story of a resident whose unique job has a special connection to COC.
Thanks, Catherine. I was able to go to the Armstrong Flight Research Center, where I met with a Santa Clarita resident who's part of a team that's taking air travel to new heights and speeds.
And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon.
Artemis II returned to Earth last week, but Santa Clarita resident Matt Camlett has been reaching for the stars for 10 years.
I'm a communications specialist at NASA, currently serving as the communications lead for NASA's first ever aeronautics mission called Quest.
Matt has been part of the Quest mission since it started in 2018, when NASA decided to build an aircraft that could defy the sound barrier.
The centerpiece of the Quest mission is our newest X-plane called the X-59. And the X-59 is designed to fly at supersonic speeds, but reduce that loud sonic boom to a sound more like someone 50 feet away closing a car door.
Matt has even had the chance to take flights on several NASA aircraft, including Sophia and an F-18.
Now, how did Matt end up here at NASA? Well, if you're a longtime viewer of the program, you may have recognized him in the early stages of his career.
Thanks, Kelly. Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Camlett, and here's your Cougar Sports. So I really got my start in communications through Cougar News at College of the Canyons. I took that class and got some experience in different roles, doing mostly sports, but also anchoring, some technical direction, helped me kind of understand what it means to be part of a team when it comes to something like news and communications.
From COC, Matt went to Long Beach State, where he did play-by-play for the Long Beach Dirtbags. He then got a position at CBS, where he met legends such as Dodgers announcer Vin Scully. However, when Matt saw the opening for a position at NASA, he couldn't pass up the opportunity of a lifetime. And even though he's been out of the broadcast television scene for a while...
For Cougar News, I'm Matt Camlett.
It's safe to say Matt's still got it.
Matt says he has no regrets leaving the news industry for NASA, though he did mention to me that the drive from SCV to Kern County every day can be brutal at times. For Canyons News, I'm Cole Sand. Back to you, Catherine.
Thanks, Cole. Stargazers explored the night sky at the upcoming star party at College of the Canyons Canyon Country campus. Canyons News reporter Nevin Herndon previews what attendees will see under the stars.
The Star Party is right around the corner. This biannual event has been a staple of the Canyon Country campus for almost 20 years. I spoke to event coordinators and the guest speaker to learn more.
I call myself like support. I do play a role, but I would say, gosh, I think I've been helping support it since 2016. So each year we always have a speaker. And then I would also say now, like the student engagement component, which is making sure we have plenty of clubs to participate. That's kind of where I come in. Another portion that I help out with is making sure our student government is present. And basically, our role is to just kind of hand out free snacks. This is a staple event of Canyon Country Campus now. So when people say Star Party, like it's gotten that reputation of like, oh yeah, Star Party, they know it happens once in fall, once in spring.
Whether you're interested in the many STEM activities or are interested in what this year's guest speaker has to say, the Star Party is for you.
As an instructor, there are so many topics. And what I chose in the end was the life of a star. Because stars, like humans, while there are some very similar traits, every star is unique, just like every human is unique. I wanted to really talk about that parallel of appreciating every unique human like we appreciate every unique star that we find out there in space.
The event is scheduled from 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday the 24th. Make sure you have a plan for arrival and departure if you plan on seeing the stars. For Canyons News, I'm Nevin Herndon.
The Associated Student Government hosted an alumni dinner at the University Center, and students were encouraged to attend in hopes of receiving advice and opportunities for their future. Here at the University Center at College of the Canyons, the Associated Student Government brought students and COC alumni together for an evening of connection and learning. The Associated Student Government hosted an alumni dinner encouraging students to attend and hear past experiences from alumni who once walked on this very campus. For students, this was a chance to learn from people who walked in their shoes.
The need that we felt that students needed an event where they could connect to past alumni in order to gain experiences, in order to network, in order to find out what skills they should have in order to transfer, because a lot of students are hoping to transfer from COC to a four-year university.
At the very start of the dinner, ASG invited 6 alumni and were asked various questions about their educational background and where it led them today.
I honestly love community college. I got to take a bunch of fun classes, got access to a lot of opportunities, and there's some stuff that I got to do here that people I go to school with didn't even get to do yet. So it's really given me a leg up.
And to get everyone to feel connected, ASG created an exercise, a game of bingo, for attendants to walk around and mark down the ones who matched on the boxes. After these fun activities, everyone was free to spark conversations about mentorship and career insight.
To help students network, that's the primary goal. We want students to gain experiences, build connection that lasts even beyond this event.
ASG officers created a space for students to build connections and gain insight into life after college, because although the destination is important, the journey is just as fun.
All the COC students here and alumni connect really well, and I hope they can kind of see them as mentors and see that their path is attainable. They can attain their goals. They can, be who they want to be career-wise.
For Canyons News, I'm Melina Guzman.
Therapy dogs are trained to help their owners relieve stress through physical affection. There's one dog here in Santa Clarita that not only shares discomfort with its owners, but also across the SCV community. Through their affection, therapy dogs are trained to react and provide comfort. Finn, the therapy dog, goes above and beyond to share his love with the community with his owners, Sally and Sam Rogers.
We have always loved Basset Hounds, and we know that lots of people love dogs. We always wanted to have a therapy dog that we could share with our friends and family and schools and libraries and veterans and anyone who needs extra support or emotional support. That's what we want to be there for. We love to give back to the community.
Therapy dogs are widely used in schools and in hospitals in order to reduce stress and anxiety. They are shown to nearly detect 90 to 96% of symptoms and provide comfort through their companionship and through comfort.
I just enjoy when people might need a little comfort or therapy they're having a bad day, and petting Finn might help brighten their day.
Finn also has books about him, bringing joy and comfort to young kids.
I also write books, children's books about Finn, and how this got started was a little boy needed a special book about Finn and going through the grief process, so I wrote a book.
Finn makes his impact throughout the community as he provides his services across SEV, making him memorable across town.
Most of the time it's by their smiles and their gratitude for seeing Finn. A lot of thank yous and you made my day and that sort of thing.
As Finn continues his journey across Santa Clarita, he and his owners hope to bring more smiles and joy to the community. For Canyons News, I'm Catherine Montenegro.
Small business owners from across the LA County came together in Santa Clarita on Saturday to sell their crafts. Canyons News reporter Robin Abshar showcases how one local business found its roots and grew its own community.
On April 11th, Central Park hosted its 5th annual Craft Festival, a celebration of local artists all buzzing to spread their work.
Bloomfest is often described as the SCV's biggest spring shopping event, giving local makers exposure to hundreds of community members.
There are plenty of local businesses here looking to grow their communities, and events like this one have helped one small business bloom.
Some kids don't get to do this, and I'm lucky that I get to do this with me and my parents and my sisters. And my 2 little wings.
10-year-old Brooke Deschamps sells 3D printed toys. From minis to customizable dragons, at craft festivals just like this one. For Brooke, starting this small business was nothing more than child's play.
I love seeing the kids' happy faces and everything, so it just made me feel happy about it, and it was super fun.
Brooke in 3D is entirely self-sufficient, covering costs with enough profit to keep expanding.
Are you super sure?
It was non-stop printing, and then 2 printers, 3 printers, and we're 4 printers in before we even did our first market.
For Brooke, the money is a bonus. What she really loves is letting her customers' creativity bloom so they can leave with a smile.
For Brooklyn, like I always will tell her, like your legacy is leaving a mark with other kids of inspiring them to be creative, inspiring them to start their own business.
For Canyons News, I'm Robin Abshire.
We've got more stories ahead on Canyons News. COC is taking on a new surge of athletic trainers. A sneak peek shows what the college is doing to help.
And we take a look
When breaking news happens, we're always there first. The student-driven news agency at College of the Canyons is dedicated to give you the headlines, the facts, and the stories that matter to you. Santa Clarita stories told by the journalists of tomorrow. This is Canyons News. Catch us every other Wednesday on Facebook and YouTube at 9 p.m.
If there's a story in Santa Clarita, Canyons News is on it. Our student journalists are constantly working hard to bring you impactful stories on and off campus.
Out-of-the-box ideas.
From hard stories impacting our community, features of our city's most interesting residents, and constant sports updates from teams and events around the Santa Clarita Valley. From COC students, we're constantly keeping an eye on the city to bring you important updates about your home, bringing stories that relate to you and those around you. We're always out in the field and in our studio asking questions around the community so we can give our residents the voice they deserve, as our goal is to bring you reliable and important news straight from the people that make these stories possible.
Hello and welcome to Canyon Sports with all your Santa Clarita sports stories and highlights. I'm Christian Sukic. Baseball season for the Cougars is coming to a close, concluding a series against LA Mission tomorrow and another against Antelope Valley. But for the Cougar captain, the hard work has finally paid off at the plate. Canyons News reporter Gigi Monteforte takes us to the field.
What a great play by Reed Farrell, and there's 2 down.
Here at Mike Gillespie Field, hard work and dedication don't go unnoticed. For team captain Reed Farrell, that work has paid off, officially committing this season to play Division I baseball at Fresno State and turning a lifelong passion into reality. At College of the Canyons, Farrell's journey has been fueled by more than just talent. Baseball has been a part of his life for as long as he can remember. A passion that started at a young age and never faded.
I started playing baseball early. I was probably like 4 years old, and I played all growing up, all the way through high school.
That passion has translated into leadership. As team captain, Farrell has become the steady presence his teammates rely on. Someone who leads not just with his performance, but with consistency and energy.
He sets the example. He's always working hard in the weight room, and in BP in practice, he's always diving all over the place. He's running hard, and he's always giving his 100%. And when people see the leader doing that, they have to rise to the top and match his energy. So he's always just giving it his all.
For Reed, the path to Division I hasn't been handed to him. It's been built over time through discipline and devotion.
Grinding every single day. I mean, since high school, I've always been the guy that, like, you want to overwork everybody, outwork everybody. And when you outwork everybody, it puts yourself in a position to succeed. Doesn't mean that you're always going to have success. I mean, this game, like I said, you fail more than you succeed, but at least I felt like what allowed me to play at a good level is always preparing myself the best before I came here, hitting with my dad in the backyard every day, the long nights out there, the gym, and just grinding at COC with all the guys every day. It allows you to go have fun and play stress-free, and that's what success comes from.
As he prepares to take the next step at Fresno State, his impact on this program is already clear.
If everyone played like Reed, we'd be undefeated. I mean, if we had 9 Reeds on a field, we win every game.
The standard Reed built at College of the Canyons now becomes the foundation for what comes next on his journey. For Canyons News, I am Gigi Monteforte.
2 basketball coaches from right here at COC have been giving back to their community for years through their messages and teachings. Reporter Riley Scott has more.
Hard work, determination, and fun. These are just 3 of many words that portray youth athletics here in the Santa Clarita Valley. Here at College of the Canyons, we have some of our very own making a contribution to our future generations. The COC men's assistant basketball coaches, Alan Woskanian and Brian Kimball, have made an impact on youth basketball, running their own programs outside of their work at the college. Coach Allen is someone who is beloved by all of his players and has made serious change to his community. Basketball has given these young ballers a way to grow and learn with some of their closest friends and teammates through the experiences and teachings from Coach Allen.
Coach really puts pressure on me, and he's really wanting me to do good, so that really helps.
Alan Woskanian, coach of the Pangos program, explains how important it is for these mentors to guide the future Hoopers into the best possible path.
With these kids, it's just all love. They just love being in here. I could literally start practice, not say a word, and they'll just keep playing, and they don't even care if practice started. They just want to be in a gym and play.
Brian Kimball has made his impact all over the Santa Clarita Valley, coaching basketball at COC, Hart High School, and running his own program, calling it the Playmakers. Being from right here in the Santa Clarita Valley, Kimball understands how much it means to be able to give back to the place where his career first started.
Personally, it means a lot because I was in their shoes at one point, and I needed a mentor or a trainer or a coach to kind of teach me the way and show me the ropes. And so it means a lot to be able to help them with their dreams.
Youth basketball has been something that have brought kids from all over the Santa Clarita Valley together for the last several decades. And these 2 men have done their part in making the sport a bright spot in these young athletes' lives. From Canyons News, I'm Riley Scott.
College of the Canyons track and field is making history. Competing against mostly 4-year programs, the Cougars didn't just hold their own, they set 3 new school records at the Cal State Fullerton meets. Our own Michael Garcia has more on the athletes leading the charge.
College of the Canyons track and field competed against mostly 4-year programs last month, setting 3 new school records at the meets hosted by Cal State Fullerton. Despite being one of only a few community college programs in the field, the Cougars held their own, combining for 16 top 25 finishes across 12 events. Sprinters Thurley Bowers, Antonio Moore, and Hazel Rhodes all played key roles in the record-breaking performances. Rhodes turned heads in the 400 meters, winning the event with a school record time of 53.99, the fastest among community college runners this season.
Hazel says the moment didn't fully hit her until the race.
I realized how special this race was after, because I remember crossing the finish line and I was like, wow, that felt amazing. And then I turn and my coach and my teammates are running to me and they're like, oh my gosh, Hazel. They're telling me the time I ran and I was just shocked. I was just blown away and just beyond grateful for being able to compete with the competitors that I had and the training that I've done to build up to that moment.
Moore also made history, setting a school record in the 110-meter hurdles with a time of 14.48, finishing 5th against 4-year competition. Bowers added to the success, finishing 9th overall in the 100 meters while ranking 1st among community college runners with a time of 10.65.
So my first race of the season, I had went 10.9, and that was already a big PR from what I ran last season. So that just told me that the workouts my coaches have been giving me, the diet change and the stretching has really been paying off. Shout out to my coaches.
For Bowers, that improvement comes from trusting the process from training to recovery. With strong performances against 4-year competition, the Cougars are proving they can compete at the next level. For Canyons News, I'm Michael Garcia.
College of the Canyons is helping meet the growing demand for athletic trainers, playing a key role in athlete health and recovery. Reporter Valerie Diaz shows us how sports medicine is making an impact beyond the game.
Stagger your feet a little bit, and then yep, come out, there you go.
At College of the Canyons, sports medicine plays a critical role behind the scenes, supporting athletes through injury prevention, treatment, and recovery so they can safely compete. As awareness around athlete health continues to grow, so does the need for trained professionals, making sports medicine an increasingly important part of athletics at every level.
Our job is to keep them healthy and to work on those problems that they've never known that they've had, So we try to correct those issues that they have to make them better athletes and to keep them healthy longer. So with us being, community college, we're a stepping stone for them going to the 4-year level.
That focus on long-term health goes beyond treating injuries in the moment, addressing underlying issues that can impact an athlete's performance over time. And as the field expands into more settings, from schools to professional sports and rehabilitation clinics, the role of athletic trainers continues to evolve.
I think because a lot of doors have opened in different settings, especially for athletic trainers, people are just more educated on what athletic trainers actually do, although it never ends. We're always telling people or teaching people educating people on what we do, but it's definitely grown.
At COC, 3 athletic trainers work directly with student athletes, while also helping bridge the gap between education and real-world experiences. The program also serves as a clinical site for CSUN's Master of Athletic Training program, giving graduate students the opportunity to apply what they've learned in a fast-paced, hands-on environment.
I've learned to become more confident, which is really nice. Eric, Patty, and E, which are the athletic trainers here, they do a really good job of teaching me and letting me be on my own, but also being there in case I don't know what I'm doing, because I'm still a student, so obviously I want to learn, but in an environment that's safe for me.
With growing demand and expanding opportunities, sports medicine is becoming essential to modern athletics, and programs like this are helping ensure athletes stay healthy, competitive, and ready to perform. For Canyons News, I'm Valerie Diaz.
A new voice is making waves here at College of the Canyons. With a seasoned background, the swim and dive team hits the water with a new leader. I looked to get my feet wet and met COC's newest head coach, myself.
Okay, ready, go.
For COC Swim and Dive, it has been more than just competing in another season.
Take your mark. Up.
It's a shift in leadership.
You have what, 2 100s? You have 100 free in there?
With a first-year head coach taking the reins.
There you go, Brett. That was better. Nice. All right, let's switch to the other side.
Head coach Eric Matheson has stepped on deck to lead the Cougars this season, finding his rhythm with all 7 of his competitors.
I think we've been doing great. Coming in, it's kind of bringing team back together again. It's been a little bit all over the place the last couple of years. New coach coming in also throws a twist on it.
For the new voice, it's a brand new change of scenery at College of the Canyons.
Stay healthy this week, be smart about your decisions and all that stuff.
As he served as the women's swim and dive associate coach at Loyola Marymount University for 3 years.
There's the experience of swimming from the athletes themselves. You had swimmers who've been swimming for their whole lives, and their goal was to make it on NCAA team. All right, guys ready? Okay, ready, go.
But coach has never shied away from inspiring his squad, as he said the sport gave him a way to feel his best and his athletes
a way to stay balanced.
You know, there's the healthy lifestyle, just physically, your physical health and all that. You know, just exercising, how to go about exercising. That's one thing I try to instill in them. You know, mental health, you know, to me that's a big thing nowadays too, as far as how do you balance all these? I mean, the regimen of a student athlete is a lot.
For Coach Matheson's roster of 6 swimmers and just 1 diver, they say the sense of unity runs deep beneath the surface.
I feel very included with my team. We're ride or die for each other. We're here for each other when we're having low days, and the excitement that we all bring is powerful.
It's not the same as like, when I went to high school and I had like 50 kids on a team. But honestly, I feel like it's more fun because there's so little of us that we're just getting so close to each other.
Cougars on me! Cougars on 3! 1, 2, 3! Cougars!
COC men's golf won their 7th straight conference game this past Monday. The squad as a whole finished first place with a score of 293, narrowly pulling ahead of Santa Barbara's score of 296. Jacques Struff, who was a medalist in the last conference game, had a 74-stroke finish, and sophomore Ed Behag finished first among the team with a score of 71. The golf team prepares to head out to Ojai this coming Monday for conference game number 8. In other Cougar team news, tennis has claimed the program's first singles and doubles titles at a conference tournament. Freshman Emma Choder went 4-0 on April 4th and moves to 19-0 against community college competition. This season, Choder and her partner, Bailey Renfro, beat the duo from Bakersfield College on the final day in Ojai to secure the program's first titles. That does it for this edition of Canyons News. I'm Christian Sukic. Remember, you can catch us on the web at canyonsnews.com. You can also send us news tips and story ideas to our Twitter handle, canyonsnews_COC, and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Have a good night.